is a local theater actor playing the role of a lifetime. The grieving friend, the innocent witness. But behind the curtain, Daniel Wozniak is hiding a double murder, and he almost gets away with it. Thanks for watching. I'm Amy. Let's recap. Daniel Wozniak is dead broke. His wedding's days away, but there's no job, no cash, not even enough to pay rent, let alone cover the cruise they've booked for the honeymoon. So what does he do? He doesn't get to work. He gets a plan, not to earn the money, to steal it. His neighbor, 26-year-old Sam Herr, does have money. Sam's an army vet. He served in Afghanistan, came home, went back to school, and managed to save up to $62,000. Sam thinks Dan's a friend. That is a mistake. May 21st, 2010. Dan tells Sam he needs a hand moving boxes into the attic of a theater on a military base near Costa Mesa, the Liberty Theater. And Sam, being the kind of guy who'd give you the shirt off his back, says, sure, absolutely. Big mistake. When Sam turns his back, Dan pulls out a gun, shoots him twice, point blank in the head. And then he takes Sam's phone, his wallet, and just like that, the plan kicks into gear. He starts texting from Sam's phone, pretending he's still alive. He messages one of Sam's closest friends, 23-year-old college student Julie Kibuishi. He plays it like Sam's upset, says he needs to talk, tells her not to tell anyone, asks her to come over that night at midnight, alone. And then, like nothing ever happened, Dan heads to the stage. He's playing Gino, the smooth-talking ladies' man in a production of 9 in Fullerton. He's singing, he's dancing, he's soaking up the spotlight. After his final bow, he heads straight to Sam's apartment and waits. Julie walks in just after midnight. He ambushes her, 2 shots to the head, and then he stages the scene, pulls her jeans off, scrawls a chilling message on her back in Sharpie. All yours. F you. It's not about Julie. It's a setup designed to make Sam look like a killer on the run. The next morning, Dan's back at the Liberty Theater, but this time he's not carrying props. He brings an axe and a saw. Inside that attic where Sam's body still lies, he chops off his head, his arms, his legs, and he leaves the torso hidden up in the rafters. That same night, Dan is back on stage, singing, dancing, playing the charming lead, while the body parts are stashed above a theater just miles away. After the final curtain drops, he heads to the cast parties. Grinning, he's laughing, he's celebrating closing night. Meanwhile, Sam's dad is getting worried. He hasn't heard from his son. He usually hears from him every day. It's weird. He goes to the apartment and finds Julie Kibuishi dead in his son's bed. Just like Daniel planned, police launch a manhunt for Sam Herr. But Dan's plan is already unraveling, and it's about to fall apart fast. 4 days later, police get a hit. Sam's debit card is being used at an ATM, and then again at a pizza place. So cops trace the delivery to a house in Long Beach. Guns drawn, they think they're about to take down this armed, dangerous army vet. But when they bust through the door, they don't find Sam Herr. They find a teenager. Confused, unarmed. He's totally unaware of what's really going on. He doesn't even know Sam, but he does know Daniel Wozniak. Turns out Dan gave the kid Sam's ATM card, told him to make withdrawals and keep a cut. And the worst part, they just missed him. Dan had stopped by minutes earlier to pick up $400 in cash, Sam's money. So where is Dan now? He's at his bachelor party. He's celebrating at a restaurant in Huntington Beach with his buddies, like he hasn't murdered 2 people to pay for it. That's where U.S. Marshals find him and take him down. In 2 days, he was supposed to marry his fiancée, Rachel Buffett, an actress and a former Disneyland princess. The fairy tale is over. Once Dan is in custody, he puts on a new performance. He claims he didn't kill anyone. He says he was just helping Sam get away. But his story keeps changing fast. 1 minute he's a witness, the next an accomplice. It's clear Dan is using every acting trick he knows to sell this story, but police don't buy it. But for now, they charge him with being an accessory to murder and they toss him in jail to stew. And now comes the twist. While he's locked up, Dan talks to his fiancée Rachel on the jail phone, and cops are listening. She says something that makes the whole performance fall apart. Dan goes quiet, and then he says, "I'm doomed." Turns out his own brother is holding the smoking gun. Dan had handed him a backpack, told him to get rid of it, but instead of dumping it, the brother stashed it away at their parents' house. So police searched the place. Inside the bag, a gold mine of evidence. The murder weapon, Sam's passport, his ID, financial papers, everything Dan needed to make it look like Sam vanished. It's right there in one bag. Game over. Sam Herr didn't run. He was executed, and now cops have the proof. So faced with the facts, Daniel finally cracks. "I'm crazy and I did it," he says. He confesses to both murders, and then he leads police to what they haven't found yet, Sam's body parts. His torso's in the theater attic, and his head and limbs are dumped in a park in Long Beach. So why did he do it? Just for the money. Dan and Rachel had big plans, a fancy wedding, a cruise honeymoon, but this guy was broke and Sam had savings. To Dan, killing him seemed like the fastest, easiest solution. And Julie, well, she was just a means to an end. Dan thought if he staged her murder just right, police would blame Sam, call him a jealous, violent psycho on the run. And here's the part I can't stop thinking about. Dan doesn't come off like some shadowy stranger, that monster you cross the street to stay away from. He's familiar, ordinary. If you do community theater like I did, you know what I mean. He's that actor. A little stocky, always smiling, loves being on stage. He's the fixture at your local theater. Harmless. Or not so much. Sam's fellow soldiers say he was the real deal. Sam was one of the good ones, the guy who always had your back. He protected his whole barracks, spoke up for the quiet ones, was always good for advice. He was going to college so he could re-enlist as an officer. And Julie, same kind of big heart. She looked out for everyone. That's why she didn't hesitate to go see Sam that night. She thought her friend needed her. She walked in. She never got the chance to walk back out. In court, prosecutors don't hold back. They call Daniel Wozniak exactly what he is, a calculating killer. He couldn't keep a job, but he thrived on applause. He wanted the spotlight, but he didn't want the struggle. So instead of working for a life, he stole one. 2. It didn't take long for the jury to see through his act. Just 1 hour, fastest verdict in Orange County history. Daniel Wozniak guilty, sentenced to death. In 2018, his fiancée Rachel Buffett was convicted too. She lied to police. She got 32 months but served less. She's out now and laying low. And Dan, well, he's still technically on death row, but thanks to California's death penalty moratorium, he won't be getting the chair anytime soon. He's now part of a special inmate transfer program where condemned prisoners can do work assignments and rehabilitation in lower security prisons. Justice? You decide. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you're hooked on the strange and the unsolved. We're True Crime Recaps, and we're here with more crime in half the time every week. Until next time, take care.